we want to turn our attention to the Rachel Morin murder case. A reward now stands at $10,000 in the search to find the man who authorities say killed a mother of 5 on a Maryland hiking trail. The reward money increased as investigators say they're combing through hundreds of tips. They're trying to identify the man in this surveillance video that we're going to show you in a bit. Morin's body was found earlier this month on the Mon Pa Heritage Trail. We're going to check in with the Harford County Sheriff. He's going to join us live in just a minute. But first, here's more from the Chief Deputy talking about the video, the limited video they do have of the suspect.
When this incident first happened, there was a lot of attention, especially on social media, targeting that everybody believed that her current boyfriend at the time was the suspect. We believe this DNA evidence rules him out of that. And so we don't know whether it was random. We have no information as far as our investigation goes that this suspect was known to Rachel or that he knew Rachel. So we're going to err on the side of caution and believe that, and put it out there, that our community needs to be cautious, pay attention to their surroundings. As I said in the press conference, don't be engrossed in your cell phone. Don't have your headphones turned up so loud that you can't hear what's going on around you, and just pay attention to your surroundings. And we're going to have as much deployment out there as possible to try to keep the community safe. But the one thing I want to say is, you know, this incident occurred on the Mon Pa Trail, and the incident in LA occurred in a home. So as much as we're keeping the Mon Pa Trail safe, if this guy's still out there in our community, and we don't know if he's still here or he has left, but this type of assault with him could occur anywhere.
Joining us now, Harford County Sheriff Jeff Goller. Sheriff, good morning to you. Let's start with the get people up to speed of what you have in this case. There's a DNA match with this individual that is also the suspect in a case in Los Angeles. We just heard that these are two separate horrifying cases where one is a home invasion, the other is an attack on a trail. Clearly, everyone, and one's on one side of the country, one's on another. This is something that the nation should be looking out for. The reward is up. Where are you in the investigation? You have this little clip of video, which is very frustrating because it's not the face, but somebody knows this guy.
Yeah, Ted, I agree 100% spot on. The both of these are appalling crimes. The home invasion out in Los Angeles, you know, we've been very tight-lipped on that. But other than to say, it involved an attack on a juvenile female in that residence, and of course the homicide here. Where we are is basically following up on so many tips that have been generated as a result of the release of the video 8 days ago. Of course, DNA ties that individual to our homicide with Rachel. But you're right, and we read some of the comments on social media. You know, trust me, we all share, investigators, me, we all share in the frustration that that's the best image that we have, but that's the best image that we have. And I agree with you 100% that someone out there recognizes that's enough for someone to recognize who that person is. People that know him will recognize him off of his build, off of his walk, off of the haircut. There's people out there who know him. We need to talk to them and get this guy, this monster, off the street.
Absolutely. Yeah, you look at that video, if he is a brother or a son or a friend, you're going to recognize that individual. The fear is that this suspect will strike again, and that is because of the nature of the crimes that he is alleged to already have committed, that people like that don't stop.
Sure, and no doubt about it. Our investigators are confident, I feel confident, that if we cannot locate him and get him removed from whichever community he is hiding in, he will do this again. He has shown an absolute disregard for human life, that he'll go to extremes, as he did in Rachel's case, to try to hide any evidence of what he has done. And he could be in any neighborhood in this country. So people are concerned here in Harford County, rightfully so. They're concerned in Los Angeles, rightfully so. But he could just as well be, in any state, in any community in this country.
Could he be out of the country?
Oh, certainly. Obviously he's from all indications of Hispanic descent, so he could have fled the country by now. And again, that's why it's so frustrating. And we know, there's someone out there who knows him, whether he was living here and traveled to Los Angeles back in March when that occurred, or more likely he lived in Los Angeles and then fled here after that incident. All those options are on the table as well. But no matter what, there were people who interacted with him in both communities, and we just need to find the right tip. And so far, we've received hundreds of tips, and we greatly appreciate it, but none of them have produced positive results to help us identify him.
Not yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. Sheriff, thank you for your time on this Friday morning, and our hearts go out to the Rachel Morin's family. I can only imagine what they are going through, and we thank you for your dedication, and keep us informed. We'll help keep getting the word out on this one. Sheriff, thank you. We're going to get a break in here. When we come back, an update